My roommate's coworker kept stealing my $40 cold brew, while swearing she never touched coffee. She didn't realize the next bottle came with a very memorable surprise. Living with my roommate Lexi is usually amazing, but her coworker Becca is another story. Becca started coming over to our apartment every Tuesday and Thursday to, quote, co-work in our living room. She was one of those people who always bragged about her pristine diet and how she only drank imported organic matcha. But I noticed something weird. I am a total coffee snob, okay? I buy this incredibly rich dark roast cold brew concentrate from a local roaster. It costs almost $40 a bottle, and it is my absolute lifeline. A few weeks after Becca started coming around, my cold brew started vanishing. I'm talking half the bottle just gone. I knew Lexi didn't drink it because caffeine makes her literally vibrate. So, one afternoon when Becca was typing away on our couch, I casually asked if she'd accidentally used my coffee. She looked at me, rolled her eyes, and said, no, I told you, coffee is toxic for your gut health. I strictly drink matcha. Right, sure. The next week, I bought a brand new $40 bottle. By Wednesday, a third of it was missing. Becca was gaslighting me in my own kitchen, pretending she was some health guru while secretly chugging my expensive reserve. I didn't want to start a massive fight and make things awkward for Lexi, so I came up with a plan. I went to the baking aisle and bought a little bottle of concentrated royal blue food gel. It's the stuff they use for professional frosting, and it stains everything. Tuesday morning, before I left for work, I poured my precious cold brew into a regular mason jar and hid it in the back of the fridge. Then, I took the empty fancy bottle, filled it with cheap, dark soda, and squeezed in the entire tube of blue dye. Because the liquid was already dark brown, you couldn't even tell it was tainted. I went to the office and honestly forgot about it until I got a frantic FaceTime call from Lexi at 1 o'clock. I answered, and she immediately flipped the camera. There was Becca standing in our kitchen, absolutely hyperventilating. She had a massive Zoom presentation for work in 10 minutes. And her mouth, oh my god, her mouth, her teeth, her tongue, and her lips were a vibrant, horrifying shade of Smurf blue. It looked like she had just eaten a handful of blue permanent markers. She was frantically scrubbing her teeth with a toothbrush, but it wasn't budging. I don't understand, Becca cried, blue saliva dripping down her chin. I just had a glass of water. I leaned back in my office chair, trying so hard not to laugh. Really? I asked, putting on my sweetest, most innocent voice. Are you sure you didn't accidentally drink my toxic cold brew? Becca froze. She stared at the phone screen, realizing she was completely, undeniably busted. She couldn't even lie her way out of it, because the evidence was literally tattooed to her teeth. She had to do her entire hour-long corporate presentation looking like a panicked blueberry. And miraculously, my cold brew never went missing again.